Hey there, it's Kay, and I want to thank you so much for joining me for this planning video today. I'm going to be setting up my December monthly calendar for my final month of my penultimate semester of my bachelor's degree program. So, this is going to be an academic based plan with me. Hopefully, you're in for the ride. And I can't wait to show you how I've been working on setting up my monthly pages to help me keep track of my assignments based on their due dates. So, in the video that I posted most recently, I did show you guys how I've been weekly planning. Um, and so we're kind of in a similar situation here where I've been designing my own little mocks and printing them out on sticker paper to paste into my notebook essentially. I did experiment with making a version where the date dots were already on the page so that I didn't have to go through this process of laying them down. And number 1, it didn't look as good to me for some reason, and number 2, I found that I actually kind of missed this laying down process. In fact, I actually did this whole decorating process of the monthly while I was watching a podcast, and so this audio that you're listening to is actually a voiceover. I did do a voiceover in my last video as well, because I'm trying different ways of experimenting in the video creation process, just kind of as a way to be engaged and try to see if I need a new flow of things to keep going and make it a habit for myself. So now that we're all dated up on the calendar, I'm going to be adding in my assignments, and I'm using this really nice pen that I got from a Simply Gilded subscription box. And I pulled out what I call my running list on my iPad. I just made it using Pages, which is like their word processing unit, and I've just have a list of my classes and the assignments that are due up until the end of the semester, and I'll even like subdivide them into tasks, um, maybe even noting the topics and things that are involved in them. And the colors that were on there were actually like a new thing I was trying as like an urgency level, but I might not stick with that for next semester. So basically, I'm going to be translating what's on that running list into this monthly view here with stickers. And I start with assigning each of my courses a color label. So I am color coding in this monthly view. And then those color coded labels will go off into the sidebar, basically to act like a legend or a key of a map for me to reference later. And so after the legend is set up, the next task for me is to write down the names of my assignments in these check boxes here. And that's basically how I keep track of my assignments. So like I said, the name of each assignment will get written in the colored part of the box. And so for this one, it's called Storybook. It's for my family sociology class. And I quite literally have to make a storybook, like a children's storybook, encompassing some of the major themes relating to course concepts, but in the format of like teaching those themes to kids in a positive manner. And that is due on Friday, December 6th. And so that's why that sticker gets laid down in that box. And so systematically, like item by item, I'm literally going to cross reference my running list and add every single assignment that is due, color code it to its respective class, and place it on its due date based on the syllabus. I did print these on removable sticker paper, so they're somewhat repositionable in case the due dates happen to change and I need to rearrange them. And since it's the end of a semester, I do have a lot of the like typical end of semester type of assignments. So, projects, presentations, quizzes, exams. Um, Even for one class, I instead of a final exam, I have an exit interview for that class. Our midterm was also an interview, and not gonna lie, I extremely dislike that format, but I have experience from the midterm, so I do believe I'll do better for the final. And I have this professor again for 2 more classes next semester. So by the end of this entire experience, I should hopefully get an A on at least one of those interviews. So I did end up also adding some other like non-assignment items and their corresponding dates using these bigger labels that I had created for this monthly layout. And so the first thing that I'm going to add is my petition to graduate, which by the time this video is uploaded, I've already completed, and they're going to be auditing my transfer credits, my earned credits, and just making sure everything is good to go so that the spring semester is my final semester. And the other date that I'm gonna end up adding is the semester end date for the fall semester that I'm in now. And then I also made like a little side note of when the next semester is due to start, since that's in January. Obviously it doesn't really quite fit in the monthly view, which is why I ended up putting it in the sidebar. And with that final touch, I decided that my monthly view was complete. And I think she looks pretty and incredibly useful. And I want to thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much. Hope to see you in the next one.